Hi, welcome back to Rosslyn Court, to not the Broadstairs Festival at Rosslyn Court. We're all missing the Broadstairs Festival, but we brought a bit of it here this evening, which is rather fantastic. So have you been to the beer tent? Yes, recently, and were they doing anything decent? And have you checked out the toilets, which are probably a bit better this evening than they might have been otherwise? And your food was probably all right as well, so that's good. Okay. My name's Morag Butler, and I run Rosslyn Court with Chris. And what we normally do is we have live concerts here, and we have workshops as well. So normally you can learn to play the fiddle at Fiddle Club with Krista Bubble. You can learn to play mandolin or ukulele or banjo with Dick Smith, harmonica with Nigel Feast, clog dancing, which I do, and I'm spectacularly rubbish, with Leslie Riding and Banjo Dave, who are the Arkwrights. And also we do voice workshops with Hughie Gavin, the wonderful Hughie Gavin. Okay, and also performers usually run workshops as well. So we had a brilliant one with Granny's Attic recently, and we're looking forward to one with John Kirkpatrick and Tom McConville in the new year. Okay, tonight's team is Roger and Phil doing the filming, and John on sound, and on media this evening we have Chris, and on donations, login donations, we have Sandra over there in the corner. Everybody sitting miles apart from each other and observing social distancing. And this evening we also have a raffle. You can join the raffle by either donating or, I know times are hard, so if you would like to make a comment on social chat, then you would have a chance to win tonight's star prize, which is ta-da! A pair of Sally socks. And she's knitting another pair over in the corner there. Also, Sally and Brian have given us a CD to go in the raffle, so you could win that. Or, and I know some of you had said that this should be really the first prize, an emergency toilet roll, which will be sent to your very home. Okay. Lovely. Before we have Sally and Brian, to make them sound particularly good, we're going to have a floor spot, which is me.
Oh, great.
Okay. So yeah, sorry about that. I'm going to sing a song by Loudon Wainwright III. Oh, there goes the screen. Have you noticed the screen? You haven't seen the screen yet.
That summer I went swimming, that summer I might have drowned, but I held my breath and I kicked my legs and I moved my arms around, moved my arms around. That summer I swam in the ocean, swam in a swimming pool, salt my wounds, chlorine my eyes, I'm a self-destructive fool, self-destructive fool. Last summer I did the backstroke, And you know that that's not all. Did the breaststroke and the butterfly and the old Australian crawl, old Australian crawl. Last summer I did swan dives and jackknives for you all. And once when you weren't looking, I did a cannonball, did a cannonball. Last summer I swam in a public place and a reservoir to boot. At the latter I was informal, at the former I wore my suit. I wore my swimming suit, yeah. Last summer I went swimming, last summer I might have drowned. But I held my breath and I kicked my legs and I moved my arms around, moved my arms around.
Well, Sally and Brian really don't need any introduction. They're famous for their wonderful, beautifully crafted songs that make you laugh and also make you weep. Yeah. Their quirky turn of phrase is legendary, absolutely legendary. They're also famous for their onstage relationship negotiations. Yeah. So
not just on stage, you know.
yeah. Their commitment to Broadstairs Folk Festival is extraordinary, and in fact, they have donated their fee and any of the donations that you make this evening to Broadstairs Folk Week, which I don't quite understand because I'm sure they must want to eat at some point. But, you know, that's what they've done, and that's brilliant. And so please, can you donate to Broadstairs Folk Week during this and after, and because they're in dire need at the moment, and it would be great if we could have a good sum to send to them at the end of this evening. Okay. Tonight's cake is pear. We always have cake here. We have pear. And I have a question for the team. Okay. This is for the team only, and you may win one of the pear cakes if you answer this. Where does Sally come from? Have you done your homework? Where does Sally come from?
She's from Chatham.
From Chatham. How wonderful. Okay. A cake for the woman in the corner there, please. All right. And I have two questions for you. Question number one is, three questions. I have a subsidiary question. How long have you been singing together and writing songs together?
How long have we been singing together, Brian? This is a test for Brian.
20 years.
23 years.
Oh, 23 years.
23 years, okay.
We've been writing songs together for
It's just gone so quick.
about 20, maybe.
Okay, and my second question is, how come one of you isn't dead?
Because I'm very placid and easygoing.
But she's a liar.
Yeah. And what do you think about Winterfest? Do you think it'll happen this year?
No, it won't
No.
happen this year. It's high,
Oh.
I think we sort of made the decision now that it's it should be sort of organised really
Yeah.
by now.
Yeah.
And there's no guarantee that it's going to be possible at all, and we won't have enough time to really
Okay.
get it together. So
All right.
very sad, but
I think we're going to have to get used to doing lovely things like this.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, right.
And thank you very much for doing it.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
for
having
doing
us.
it. That's brilliant. Okay, now get on
Thank
with
you
it.
very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. With that introduction from we're now going to start off with a song about writing a song, and we do. When you say you write songs that make you laugh and songs that make you cry, normally it's one of us crying as well with any song that we have written. Normally Brian stomping and shouting, because it's quite a painful process for us to write together. And this is a little song that we wrote a little while ago about the fact that we need to remind ourselves sometimes we're in this height of passion and creative difference, that actually it's just a song. So
It's not important like Love Island or something like that.
this has got a chorus, so if you're at home watching, do join in with the chorus. And if you sing loudly enough, we might even be able to hear you in Margate. I'll imagine it anyway. This chorus is very easy, apart from the fact that it changes every verse. It seems my creativity has hit an all-time low. No words are flowing from my pen, I've scored a fat 0. And surely, in the scheme of things, if that's the only thing that's wrong, you should remember it's just a song. It's just a song I can't write at the moment. It's just a song. It's just a song. I could be hungry in a war zone or be homeless. It's just a song. It's just a song. To keep yourself connected is a top priority, and it can really make me scream and shout if I can't get 4G. But imagine if you've lost your friends and if you're far away from home. You should remember it's just a phone. It's just a phone I can't use at the moment. It's just a phone. It's just a phone. I could be hungry in a war zone or be homeless. It's just a phone. It's just a phone. You can't believe the weather has spoiled the plans we've made. The storm clouds rolling in are gonna rain on your parade. But imagine if the well was dry, you wouldn't then complain. So remember, it's just the rain. It's just the rain, I'm getting wet at the moment. It's just the rain. It's just the rain. I could be hungry in a war zone or be homeless. It's just the rain. It's just the rain. So if these are your problems, then I've nothing more to say. It's just a song, it's just a phone, it's just a rainy day. And surely, in the scheme of things, if that's the only thing that's wrong, you should remember that it's just a song. It's just a song I can't write at the moment. It's just a song. It's just a song. I could be hungry in a war zone or be homeless. It's just a song. It's just a song. It's just a song I can't write at the moment. It's just a song. It's just a song. I could be hungry in a war zone or be homeless. It's just a song. It's just a song. Thank you. Sea breeze coming off the Margate Sands there, blowing my windswept hair into my face. I'll
It's
take
like a
this
video.
off. Take this off.
There is a video.
Oh, sorry. Was it premature then? Right, that might be the end of the ukulele. Right. We had to rehearse this gig because we haven't played for such a long time. So please be gentle with us if my neural pathways let me down, which is my great fear. This is a song that we wrote. Actually, that song was the first song on our new CD.
Oh, introductions can be longer than the song.
I'm just mentioning the new CD.
Okay, right.
Just a Song is the first song on the new CD. I won't mention it much more, but it's available on our website and on Bandcamp. I'm a convert to Bandcamp. Anyway, this next song is also a song on our new CD, and it's called My Backyard. And it's just a view of the world from looking out from our back doorstep, really. Well, I'm sitting on the back step in my own backyard, a cup of tea, a sneaky smoke, not thinking very hard. In my garden I can see exotic plants from overseas, growing up in peace beside the old tree. I have tulips from Siam and an acer from Japan. A jacaranda coming here, I think from Yucatan. They add beauty and delight to my garden here, despite they don't belong in the cold sunlight. But now we have the Russian vine that's crossed the line and choked my old oak tree. The Asian hornets heartlessly kills our honeybees, and honey, that's too much for me. I'm not philosophizing, I've no expertise. The laws of nature are pretty strange to me, and I'm not thinking very hard, it's just my view from my back step in my own backyard. The birds are in my trees, I love to watch them as they feed. To keep them close to hand, I leave them crumbs and nuts and seeds. Some are native to this isle, but some have flown 1,000 miles, left everything they knew just so their family can survive. The parakeets display a flash of colour in the grey. They're calling in a foreign tongue, I think they're here to stay. And the nightingales still come, keep their secrets all day long, and we're blessed when they share their song. The predatory eagle soars above our shores and shakes my old oak tree. And I can't trust the jealous crow who seems to know where oak trees stand, more acorns grow. Well, I'm no ornithologist, and that's a fact. You'll have to ask Attenborough for stuff like that. And I'm not thinking very hard, it's just my view from my back step in my own backyard. I build fences, I build walls, I have nets both wide and tall to stop the free-for-all from all the things that creep and crawl. They want to eat all of my crop, my beloved veggie plot, but it's mine, and I'll make them stop. Working out exactly who gets fed or starves instead is based on doubt and fear. But remember all the birds and bees in their big oak trees have tiny hearts like you and me. I'm not philosophizing, I've no expertise. The laws of nature are pretty strange to me, and I'm not thinking very hard, it's just my view from my back step in my own backyard. No, I'm not thinking very hard, it's just my view from my back step in my own backyard. My backyard, thank you. Thank you. So far, so good, Brian. Is that all right? You happy?
Yes, it's fair. We're happy in the goldfish tank.
So this next song is a much older song of ours, one of the first songs that we wrote, actually. And it's a song that takes me back to, as Sandra rightly pointed out, the place of my birth, the lovely little fishing village of Chatham in Kent. And this is a song about a Chatham prostitute. Oh, in good, this was a bit of a prostitute haunt, wasn't it, Morag, back in the day? Allegedly. Anyway,
Wouldn't
maybe
work now, would it? Social distancing.
anyway. So yeah, yes. There was. I read something about that, but I can't remember what it was, so I won't say. So this is a song called "The Ballad of Flying Isaac." And Flying Isaac was a lady of the night who used to walk the streets of Chatham back in Victorian times, and hopefully she'll be quite at home in Rosslyn Court tonight, as we On a merry way. Have I got to say anything else? What else have I got to say?
It's not quite the image that we're going for in the bed and breakfast these days, I have to say.
I'll just do it, shall I?
Yeah.
We used to do a chorus, but we won't bother.
Oh
with
right, yes. Yes. Sometimes we you know, that very folky sort of tradition, tell people what the chorus is, but it's sort of, I don't think we'll do that tonight.
No.
Because we couldn't hear whether people have got it right. So it's quite an easy chorus.
But I think some people will know this, so just sing along if you've got a will to.
Have you heard of Flying Isaac, the Queen of New Brompton? She was the sailor's joy. She asked him for a shilling, and she would be willing with a captain or a cabin boy. She'd take them to the churchyard, she'd lie down on a tombstone. The Chatham girls' romance. When she satisfied their cravings, she would have away their savings without a second glance.
Here's a chorus.
Oh, up and down the brook she goes. Hello, sailor, what you know? Flying Isaac, bold as brass. Oh, up and down the brook she goes. Hello, sailor, what you know? You wanna buy a lady a glass. The landlord of the Crown said he didn't want her custom. She had no means to pay. She said she'd pay in kind, but he kicked her behind and told her, just go on your way. Oh, but she was unbowed as she turned to the crowd like a ship that was in full sail. Oh, she was hard to handle, she become a bloody scandal, and they put her in the jail.
At home now, come on.
Up and down the brook she goes. Hello, sailor, what you know? Flying Isaac, bold as brass. Oh, up and down the brook she goes. Hello, sailor, what you know? You wanna buy a lady a glass. Are you gonna do your tricky guitar solo?
Yeah.
It's apparently quite difficult and he's not to be distracted at any point.
It doesn't stop her though.
He's probably got his guitar face on and everything. Down the brook she goes. Hello, sailor, what you know? Flying Isaac, bold as brass. Oh, up and down the brook she goes. Hello, sailor, what you know? You wanna buy a lady a glass. When Flying Isaac came before the judge in all her glory to pay for her disgrace, the judge sat way up high. And she looked him in the eye. And she said, don't I know your face? And the courtroom was amused at the sight of the accused watching old Judge Brown's shame. And she got off with a warning and was on the street next morning playing the same old game.
Don't waste it, come on.
Oh, up and down the brook she goes. Hello, sailor, what you know? Flying Isaac, bold as brass. Oh, up and down the brook she goes. Hello, sailor, what you know? You wanna buy a lady a glass. All you gotta do is ask. The Ballad of Flying Isaac. So we're going to do this next song that we're going to do is a song that we wrote a few years ago now, and It's about 5 or 6 years ago we wrote this, and it was at a time when I'd read something about the growth in the number of food banks that had opened up around the country, and bear in mind this was sort of 5 or 6 years ago, and that particular year it happened to coincide with it being a record year for the number of Ferraris that had been sold in the UK as well. So we wrote this song called Food Banks and Ferraris, which because it just struck me that that sort of level of inequality is quite remarkable, really. And of course, since then, it's not really gone particularly well for the food bank users. It's probably gone quite well for the Ferrari drivers, but there you go. Can you remember the time we crossed the poverty line and the sun shone on those in the shade? Our grandfathers fought and the vision they sought was a helping hand from cradle to grave. But now that's all over and long been forgot, and the profits all go to the men at the top. And the promises of 45 are just broken dreams and lies. Food banks and Ferraris on the rise. Food banks and Ferraris on the rise. Food banks and Ferraris on the rise. Well, they say times are tough and there isn't enough to pay the poor, the sick, the old, and so on. But the profits still flow and the bonuses grow, and we all know where the money has gone. Those robber barons in their fortified towers are eating the fruits of what could have been ours, and the promises of 45 are just broken dreams and lies. Food banks and Ferraris on the rise. Food banks and Ferraris on the rise. Food banks and Ferraris on the rise. The gap between your place and mine gets wider every day. You pay the press, you pay for votes to make sure it stays that way. Because the promises of 45 are just broken dreams and lies. Food banks and Ferraris on the rise. Food banks and Ferraris on the rise. Food banks and Ferraris on the rise. Thank you, Food banks and Ferraris. I shouldn't really have written that with my speech impediment.
Worries.
Ferraris. Every time I listen to it, when we recorded it, it was quite a lot of Ferraris on there. We got another little protesty type thing, are we? We do pirates.
Yeah, the reason behind the food banks. I think.
Yes. So this is a pirate song, and it's so it occurred to us that the places where pirates, when you think of pirates, I sort of think of you know, Pirates of the Caribbean, sort of Johnny Depp, Treasure Island, and all of those sort
And
of...
I think of Captain Pugwash.
I don't even know.
So you, Rog, don't you?
I don't even know who Captain Pugwash is.
Oh, he's a handsome man.
So, but if you think about all the places where you imagine pirates, you know, Pirates of the Caribbean, going around the South Sea Island and looking for treasure, it occurred to us that that's the same place now where these sort of offshore type pirates are burying all their treasure now. It's all the same places. These sort of, I don't even know where the South Sea Islands are, but I think it's where there's lots of
In
treasure.
the south, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
south
no.
and their islands.
And I want to ask Morag a question.
All right.
Can I do the unabridged version of this? It's got a naughty word in it, but I know people would join in.
The answer to that is absolutely yes. Yes. And remember, you can comment on it. Any comments will enter you into the raffle. So here's your big chance to say whether you approve of the unabridged version.
And if you can't sing it, you could just comment it in capital letters. Da, da, da.
And if we like the comments, we'll publish them, won't
To put them into a song. Oh, we've done that. Anyway, pirate song. Oh, those treasured islands across oceans far and wide. Some may call it paradise, but it's where the pirates hide. Not like the ones from days gone by, but still a motley crew. And they should fly the skull and crossbones, that's what pirates ought to do. There's no Captain Hook, no yo-ho-ho, as these pirates lie and cheat. 'Cause the bastard sons of Blackbeard, now they walk down Threadneedle Street. Those suited, booted buccaneers have treasure buried deep. Gold and jewels and pension funds they steal while we're asleep. And they don't need no cutlasses to protect their precious hoards. They just make a donation and get a nice seat in the Lords. There's no Captain Hook, no yo-ho-ho, as these pirates lie and cheat. Because the bastard sons of Blackbeard, now they walk down Threadneedle Street. They go down Threadneedle Street,
Bastard!
where the treasure is buried deep.
Bastard!
Where the treasure is buried deep. Down Threadneedle Street.
It's great, isn't it? It feels great.
You haven't done that for a little while.
I feel much better.
Thank God for that. Now every day at 8 a.m. they alight the tube at Bank. And though we only know the half of it, they should be made to walk the plank. Those tax evading, asset stripping crocodiles that strip us to the bone. Give them all the black spot and send them down to Davy Jones. There's no Captain Hook, no yo-ho-ho, as these pirates lie and cheat. Because the bastard sons of Blackbeard, now they walk down Threadneedle Street. Oh, those treasured islands across oceans far and wide. Some may call it paradise, but it's where the pirates hide. Not like the ones from days gone by, but still a motley crew. And they should fly the skull and crossbones, that's what pirates ought to do. There's no Captain Hook, no yo-ho-ho, as these pirates lie and cheat. Because the bastard sons of Blackbeard, now they walk down Thread Threadneedle Street. Yes, the bastard sons of Blackbeard, now they walk down Threadneedle Street. They go down Threadneedle Street,
Bastard.
where the treasure is buried deep.
Bastard.
Where the treasure is buried deep. Down Threadneedle Street.
Everybody at home.
Down Threadneedle Street.
Bastard.
Where the treasure is buried deep.
Bastard.
Where the treasure is buried deep. Down Threadneedle Street.
What a lovely load of bastards.
Thank you. Thank you.
Speaking of money,
Oh, yes,
speaking of
yes.
money, please can you donate to Rosslyn Court /donate. It's very easy to do, and donations are coming in, which is absolutely fantastic. And also, can you make comments on the web chat? Because we'd like to know what you think. Where are you? What are you doing while you're watching this? Where are you and what you're drinking? Let us know. Let us know what you think, and you'll be entered in for the raffle. Okay? Thank you.
Oh, God. I think after all these years, I'll be used to that. This is a very sad song. It's a sad but true story of Brian's affliction. Since he was a teenager, he has suffered from gas, which the musicians among you will know is guitar acquisition syndrome. So this is the very sad but true story of Brian's guitar collection. It's called the Catalogue Guitar Tango. He was somewhere between 13 and 14 when his mum bought him a Spanish guitar. Picked from the catalogue pages, she paid for it in stages with money she saved in a jar.
Yes.
He dreamed of it so long, it was love at first sight. And those tight nylon strings gave him hours and hours and hours and hours of delight. Oh, that six-string possession soon became an obsession, and he played it till he was a master. But he was soon led astray, and with his very first pay, he bought a shiny, bright new Stratocaster. But the die it was cast, his passion set on fire, and it seemed there was no way he could get enough of this instrument of desire. Now there's guitars in the stairway, and there's guitars in the hall, and there's those little attachments to hang guitars on the wall. He's got guitars for picking and guitars that he strums, and that 30 bob catalogue Spanish guitar is still up his mum's. Now he's got a Gretsch and a Martin, and I'm only just starting. He's got Loudons and Gibsons and more. He's got 12 strings and 6 strings and those funny finger pick things and capos and pedals galore. And his Dobro Amigo, it shines like the sun. And with each new selection to add to his collection, he swears it is the very last one.
I lie a lot.
'Cause there's guitars in the stairway, and there's guitars in the hall, and there's those little attachments to hang guitars on the wall. He's got guitars for picking, guitars that he strums, catalogue Spanish guitar is still up his mum's. Yes, there's guitars in the stairway, and there's guitars in the hall, and there's those little attachments to hang guitars on the wall. He's got guitars for picking and guitars that he strums, and that 30 bob catalogue Spanish guitar is still up his mum's. Yes, that very first 30 bob catalogue Spanish guitar with the flowers drawn on it in felt tip pen.
Yes, it's true.
The band, the bomb badge on the strap, together with the Val Doonigan
Oh,
songbook.
come on, Sally. What?
That's what your mum said.
It wasn't Val Doonigan.
It was somebody in a
It was Jimi Hendrix.
He had a fair old jumper on.
Yeah, it was a limited edition.
It's still up his mum's. Sad but true. Oh, dear. Thank you. This is a song that is sometimes true. It's a song about marriage or domestic partnerships, whatever you thought they may be. It's a song called Murder on My Mind. Well, I swore till death do part when I made my vows. He was so exciting at the start, but he's just irritating now. First our love was wild and mad, but then it all began to sag. Now most days I seem to find I've got murder on my mind. Well, I could push him down the stairs, catch him when he's unawares, put arsenic in his beer, or take him on a very long walk off a short pier, drown him in the bath, let him meet a psychopath. Would it be a crime of passion if I hired an assassin? I've got murder on my mind. You may think I'm too extreme. I could just walk away.
Walk away.
I could just pack my bags and leave and give myself a holiday. But I hate to contemplate that he might enjoy the break, so I'll just stay and face my fate with murder on my mind. Ooh, I could push him down the stairs, catch him when he's unawares, put arsenic in his beer, or take him on a very long walk off a short pier, drown him in the bath, let him meet a psychopath. Would it be a crime of passion if I hired an assassin? I've got murder on my mind. Electrify his favourite chair and watch him sizzling, sitting there. Serve him toxic marmalade, or turn the remote control into a hand grenade, drown him in the tub, put landmines on the road down to the pub. Or do you think I ought to just forget this slaughter? I've got murder on my mind. Or do you think I ought to just forget this slaughter? I've got murder. I've got murder. I've got murder on my mind. Not all the time. You're going to get changed, yeah. Thank you very much. So, Yes, that's, as I say, that's a song that's sometimes true. Now, unexpectedly, while we're not very prolific songwriters because we argue too much, and you know, lots of tales of people who have become very creative while they've been confined to home. Unfortunately, that is not what has happened to us. But we did, quite unexpectedly, write a love song, which sort of took us a little bit by surprise.
We've never written a love song
We
before.
haven't, no. And it is, so this is our newest song, unrecorded, only unperformed
It's getting
outside.
recorded tonight.
It is getting recorded tonight, and not yet performed outside of our house. So anything could happen. So I'd be interested to know what people think of it. Not if you don't like it, just don't tell us. Don't make comments if you don't like it. No, you can if you want. It's just a tiny piece of England. We share the same front door, where we have found the place we've been looking for. And the floors always need sweeping, and there's dust on every shelf, 'cause we'd rather spend our time doing something else. And it may not be glamorous, but it's the centre of the world for us. It's where we want to be, and it's just you and me. It's just you and me. The many thousand miles we've travelled, and all the faces in the crowd. We're trying to do the thing that makes us proud. We've had a row in every county. We both have to stand our ground, and we'll not be the first to back down. And he can be cantankerous, and he tells me that I'm obstinate. We don't always agree, but it's just you and me. It's just you and me. We never planned to write a love song, but these days are so surreal. And lately there's been so much time to fill. But the floors still need sweeping, there's still dust on every shelf, 'cause we have spent our time doing something else. You might think it's ridiculous, but to us it just seems obvious. When the music stops finally, there's just you and me. 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 There's really just you and me. Just you and me.
Two things I want to say. One is, one's for you. We've had a request. I don't know
Oh,
whether you do
good.
requests.
Well, it
you
depends
can-
if it's if it's on the list of
if
songs
it's
that
on
we've
the list.
rehearsed.
If it's on the list and you've rehearsed it. Accidents of Birth from Marilyn Campbell would like. And the other thing is that we've raised £200 so far.
Oh, fantastic.
Which is
Thank
great.
you, everybody.
Thank you.
We might fit it in. we're going to do this one, then we're going to do. I think we might be able to fit. Can we fit that in?
I think so.
I might mess it up, but then hey, we'll do this one, then we'll do the request, then we'll do our last one. This next one is Brian needs to get changed for. It has more changes than Beyonce. Not that I know whether Beyonce changes. I don't know anything about Beyonce. So this is a song that we wrote. It's on the new album, and it's a song that we dedicated to the Good Intent pub in Rochester, which is no more. And it was the place that hosted our local folk club in Rochester, and it was a place to be at the local festivals in Rochester, particularly the Sweeps Festival. And it was this year. Was it this year? God, at the time, yeah, February it closed for the last time, and we can actually see the roof of it, or we used to be able to see the roof of it from our house. And this week they finally started to demolish it, and will be redeveloped as residential. So anyway, before
it's a very special place for us.
The last time that we played there, we thought we'd better write a song for them, and this was the song that we wrote. I'm doing an abbreviated version because we haven't much time. You don't have to speed up, but get told off for saying that. My granddad was a drinker. He said he only had 1 pint. But if you saw him walking home, you might think that's not quite right. Sat in the grumpy corner of the public bar each night. With beer and baccy put the world to rights. Well, I was 15 and a quarter when the pub led me astray. I was a big girl for my age, dressed up in makeup and hairspray. Standing at the bar, the landlord looking the other way, because half a pint of cider was okay. Now we're saying goodbye to the backstreet boozer. We never thought that we'd ever lose her. Things gonna change, it won't be the same around here. Yes, we're saying goodbye to the backstreet boozer. Gonna knock it all down with a big bulldozer. Things gonna change, where will we go from here? Wakes and weddings, holidays, the highs and lows of life. This is where we fell in love, and this is where we pay the price. Dancing on the wooden floor, or crying in your gin. And every now and then the governor locked us in. Sunday night is dominoes, on Mondays we play pool. There is a sing-around on Tuesdays with a welcome one and all. Singing songs of hardship on a 1,000-pound guitar. Old John Bull and whiskey in the jar. Whack for my daddy-o. Now we're saying goodbye to the backstreet boozer. We never thought that we'd ever lose her. Things gonna change, it won't be the same around here. Now we're saying goodbye to the backstreet boozer. They're knocking it down with a big bulldozer. Things gonna change, where will we go from here? Now they're digging up the garden. They're gonna put some footings down. The houses that they're building will cost £200,000. Neat and tidy little homes, I know we need them, it is clear. But there'll be nowhere left to meet and have a beer. And I hope that those that move here. Find it brings them what they need. I hope they find a place where they can blossom and succeed. I hope this place will prove to be well worth what has been spent. It is built upon the bones of good intent. Now we're saying goodbye to the backstreet boozer. We never thought that we'd ever lose her. Things gonna change, it won't be the same around here. Yes, we're saying goodbye to the backstreet boozer. They're knocking it down with a big bulldozer. Things gonna change, where will we go from here? Things gonna change, where will we go from here? The Backstreet Boozer. Thank you. Yeah. I think we've only got time for one more, so we'll do a request, the request, and we'll do the song that's been requested. Although I haven't sung it for 6 months. So, that's fine. So far, it's all gone fine, hasn't it? Yeah. It's all gone fine. So, we could just, we could just mess up at the end. That's fine.
And the other thing,
thank you, Marilyn. Thank you for watching and thank you for asking.
Is that it's the only song that we've done tonight that we didn't write. It's written by a good friend of us.
Yes. It's written by a wonderful songwriter from Essex called Steve O'Donoghue, who writes great sort of protest songs. He's great way with lyrics. And
if you haven't donated yet and you can, please can you do it now? And then we'll know by the end of 1:30 how much we've raised, which would be brilliant.
Marvellous.
And thank you to everybody who's sent money so far. It's brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, so most of the songs that we sing, the songs that we've written, but the other category of songs that we sing are songs that we wish we'd written. And this is definitely one of those. I support my local football team like my father did before. A shiver still runs down my spine whenever my team score. And we hate our local rivals and the colours that they wear. And every time we play them, there is hatred in the air. But maybe it doesn't matter. An accident of birth. Help me out. I support my local football team like my father did before. Whenever runs down my spine whenever my team score. And we hate our local rivals and the colours that they wear. And every time we play them, there is hatred in the air. But maybe it doesn't matter. The truth for what it's worth. Team that I support, just an accident of birth. And if I was born, help me out, Brian.
I think we know we don't know that one now, so we'll do this one.
Oh, Brian! I'm so sorry, Marilyn. I'd have got there in the end. Pardon? Oh, no. Well, we'll leave with this song anyway. This is our sort of a Thanet song. It's a song about day trips to the seaside and having a nice time at the beach. It's called Raspberry Ripple Day, and we wish you many Raspberry Ripple days over the course of the summer to make up all the things that we can't do. At least we can go to the beach and eat ice cream. I think I know this one. The picnic's in the boot, all packed in Tupperware. Swimsuit, sun is out, things to fight about, Dad, are we nearly there? We got halfway down the road and Nan starts to complain. Deck chair, cup of tea, we're off again. Singing songs with Uncle Jack to help the time go by. When he sings the naughty words, he gets a slap from Auntie Vi. Singing choo-rai-ay, choo-rai-ay, choo-rai-rai-ay. This could be a raspberry ripple day. This could be a raspberry ripple day. We're in our wonder years with so much left to learn. Money from a Saturday job, enough for cigarettes and a cheap day return. And we fly past Whitstable, we could hardly wait until Dreamland ghost train, feeling sick and kissing on the Ferris wheel. And I sang the songs of Uncle Jack, and we laughed till we choked. And if Auntie Vi could hear, she'd wash my mouth with soap. Singing choo-rai-ay, choo-rai-ay, choo-rai-rai-ay. This could be a raspberry ripple day. This could be a raspberry ripple day. Now 50 summers come and gone, and we are grey. The end of the pier seemed so near and so far away. And although the days are short, you won't hear me complain. Deck chair, aches and pains, pint of beer, right as rain, we're off again. We're still singing songs we learnt to help the time go by. And go by it did, there's no more Jack or Auntie Vi to sing choo-rai-ay, choo-rai-ay, choo-rai-rai-ay. This could be a raspberry ripple day. This could be a raspberry ripple day. Singing choo-rai-oo-rai, choo-rai-oo-rai-ay.
Thank you, Rosslyn Court.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Moray.
And thank you all for all the donations. It's marvellous.
Thank you. That was brilliant. And thank you for being so brave and trying a song that you haven't sung for 6 months. I wouldn't do it. Personally, I wouldn't do it. That was absolutely fantastic. Come on, everybody
you.
in the room. Give them another round of applause. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yay. Lovely. Thank you very much. Now, we have coming up at 6:30 tomorrow, We have John and Di Cullen, who are very popular. Yeah,
great.
well loved at Broadstairs. We also have, at 8 o'clock, we've got a young singer-songwriter from the area called Josh Flowers, who writes really nice, ironic, interesting, lovely songs that I think you really like. So give him a go, because he's really, really good. Okay. Friday, we've got Helen North. Yay!
Yay,
Yeah.
brilliant.
Helen North, you know, she writes really great songs. Yeah, she's a great crowd pleaser. She is. Yep. On August the 19th, we've got David Sanger and Mark Eden coming, and they are going to do sort of deep blues and be completely unpredictable, which will keep us all on our toes. And then on September the 23rd, we have the Lunar Tractors coming, and they're brilliant. Saw them at Pride at the weekend down at the bandstand. They were really, really good. What with their percussion, song, and dance, and that would be wonderful. Chris is trying to get John's attention to hand over the raffle. And I have to tell you that Magpies aren't able to come in September, but they're going to come in April instead, which is rather marvellous because they are wonderful. Okay. Pardon? And they're sending us a video as well, which we're going to put up fairly soon. Okay, so it's raffle time. Oh, the tension is palpable. Right, first prize, which is the socks. Who has won the socks? John Wilde. That's good, because he's been contributing a lot. John Wilde. John, can you get in touch with me via Messenger, and I will get them to you?
Well done, John.
Okay.
You won't need them yet.
Yeah. For the CD, we have... Oh, Sam Grant. Great. Yeah. I'll give that to you on Tuesday, Sam.
Hope you like it, Sam.
And finally, for the emergency toilet roll, it is Paul Wassell. I do hope you're local. He's in Wales. Oh, super. That's super. Right, okay, I will send that. If you messenger me your address, I will send it to you. Okay? Can I just thank everybody for watching? Can I thank Sally and Brian for playing?
you
You've
for
been
having us.
marvellous.
No, it's been great
It's
fun.
been a lovely, lovely evening, hour. It's passed really quickly. And I hope I'll see you all tomorrow evening. Thank you for your donations. And how much have we made in the end?
207.
207. That's
Thank you,
brilliant.
everybody.
Yeah, we could still boost it. We could still, yeah, still. Okay. Thank you very much. And good night.
Thank you.